Hello, and welcome back to the Narleeverse. So hopefully this will be a short video, but I doubt it because, that's not how my universe works. Plans, they never go as you plan. Well, not for me anyway. So, before I start talking forever and make another 47-minute video, let me get to the points I wrote down. I want this to be my what do they call it? YouTube rewind video, where we kind of go over the year and the projects that I had and the ideas and the videos that I did. Overall, this is going to be very few personal points about my life. Is going to be, again, more revolved around a YouTube rewind rather than like a life rewind vlog. So I'm going to try to stick to the topic of YouTube videos that I did, or something that I found, or when I just discovered people, and etc. So, I'm probably gonna forget it anyway. So YouTube rewind. This video, like I said, is gonna be, I'm gonna try to actually make some kind of a timeline here and see if I can successfully make some sort of anyway. Anxiety. Why do I have anxiety? I have all my points written down right here. It's not even a big deal. So I want to apologize for this year's content, and yeah, because this video is going to show how broken up it was, and I really did not follow my own schedule that I kind of put out for myself. I had quite a few ideas on what I was going to do this year, and it was sort of all over the place, but it was not as bad as when I first discovered YouTube at the end of 2010, I believe. I mean, I obviously knew YouTube was there, but I was to everything pretty late, and I always have been. And I just did not. I made this past year was all right, but compared to the videos that I started making, they're just terrible. Just absolutely horrible. So YouTube videos that I had made in the past, in 2010, kind of make me feel a little bit better about the effort I put into this year, because it really is, you really have to put effort into it. You really have to write down the points of what you want to do. You have to kind of, actually have to set up, and you have to have proper equipment. I have tried and failed many times, and now I have a better understanding and idea of, and there's a lot of YouTubers that I started to watch more of this year that, well, some of them I had just found out about this year, and some of them I kind of knew about, and they actually had gotten, some of them had gotten their start in 2010, and now they're pretty big YouTubers. But I watched some more of those that I had found in the past, and then I found a few more that I didn't know about. I really enjoy watching other people's content, if it's, good, unlike mine. So quality content really is important. You really can't help if you're not funny, like me. So yeah, apologies for this year's content, but thank you to anyone who enjoys my voice and my content. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me, other than the obvious. So, moving on. At the beginning of this year, around January, February, I can't speak. You can't pronounce months, are they? At the beginning of this year, I found out who Pyrocynical was. And yes, I found Pyrocynical before I found Leafy is Here. And ironically, even before I found about who H3H3 Production is. So I very much enjoy Ethan, but I found H3H3 much later in the year, so let me get back to that. But in the beginning of the year, yeah, seriously, this is the beginning of the year. We're not. Ethan's already getting in the way of Pyro's spot. This is Pyro's slot in the video. So at the beginning of the year, I found out who Pyrocynical is, and I really enjoy his videos pretty much the most. The face reveal kind of threw me off a lot. I definitely was imagining like a 40-year-old man His voice doesn't match his face. Anyway, that's not nice. So if you guys haven't heard of Pyrocynical, go check out his channel. He does some gaming commentaries, and he's really funny. He's really on point. I just prefer the way that he makes content. But I do have a few other favorites. Next is not a favorite, but I do enjoy his content. Leafy is here. I found him after Pyrocynical, and unfortunately, that also led to me finding out who Whitney, Wisconsin was, one of my best friends. And she was telling me, I called her up and I said, are you aware of the disgusting amount of, and I thought this was a small pocket of, I don't know, the world, the internet, you know, you kind of think like, oh, there's only a few sheep fuckers in the world, you know, there's not that many people diddling dogs or their farm animals. Well, to the contrary, there's a lot more people than I thought that are into, and I also learned the word zoophilia. There are a lot of people into zoophilia, and this girl is serious. She's not a troll. She really does this for a living. I made a few videos because I was out of sheer shock, and to my amaze, I was like, wow, that, you know, I make a serious video about, you know, things I care about, like aspartame and fluoride, because those are things that I focus on. Complete waste of time. Don't drink that soda. It's got aspartame. But really, this girl put her time and her life, her 20s revolved around her. I can only assume she's a little in her maybe mid 20s by now, late 20s, but her early 20s revolved around building her hobbies and projects around diddling dogs. So I got a lot of hate for that, but I'm gonna move away from this topic now because it's really just toxic, and I'm just gonna conclude with saying I was called a bigot for ultimately what most normal people would consider it is wrong, morally wrong, disgusting, and is animal abuse. I was called a bigot. So yeah, by somebody who also diddles dogs and puts peanut butter on there and lets. All right, I'm done. So moving away from that uncomfortable education in the beginning of the year, that was about the end of February, maybe it was a little later in the year. So that's a thing, a lot more than I thought.
Hey everyone,
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here. Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here.
Here at Victorian Inc. Like the page for me, okay? Thanks. Hey, come stop by the shop, Oxford, Massachusetts. Victorian Inc. T-shirts are $5 on sale. Victorian Inc. T-shirts. $5 on clearance.
And so around March, around the old lucky March, I always like to think of March and that time of year as a very green time because of all of the holiday festivities. But in fact, March, where I grew up in New England, Massachusetts, is still very, very cold and white and dingy and, you know, gray everywhere, you know, slush. And by that time, the snow is not really so pretty and white anymore. It's gross. So, but still in my mind, it's a very green time, even though it's very cold out. But I had the pleasure of doing a collaboration video with somebody from my past in my early 20s. Somebody who Kitty Bang. I love for you guys to go check out her channel. I'm gonna drop a link, and she has her own style of doing things, but you know, you gotta respect people who can keep a YouTube channel up for 9 years. I really, when I scrolled all the way down, I really was taken back. I really didn't know that her channel had been up for that long. I really got to give her credit, because when I feel like something is not reflecting the way that I like, I kind of just tear it down and rebuild it. As an artist, I really like to just see how I can evolve my style. But she stuck with it. You know, people have different ways of doing things, and Kitty is really good at evolving her style. But she sticks with what she wants to do. She doesn't tear things down. She's very faithful to her projects and her hobbies. Kitty's a very faithful content creator. So I'd like you to check out her channel, and you know, like any videos that you like or appreciate. We did a collaboration video and tattoo shop collaborate. What is wrong with you, Narlee? Speak. So we did some tattoo and ink collaboration videos, and we picked some tattoos out, and I had the pleasure of bringing her to one of my favorite tattoo artists, Phil Olivera. I'd like you to check out some of his stuff. Hopefully I remember to edit this video well and drop all the proper links appropriately. So Kitty was at my 18th birthday party. So just to give you an idea of when I say an old friend from my past, we've come back. We haven't. It's been 7 years, so that's quite a while. We made some good content, and we got a lot of good footage and pictures out of it. We had a good trip. So thank you to anybody who goes to check out her stuff and show some love on her channel. Moving on from March to April in the year. I usually don't do very much in April because both my children are born in April, and like I said, I'll be making very few personal life points in this video. It's mainly going to be revolving around YouTube. But I just wanted to state that usually every year I probably won't put out very much in April, as both my children are born in April, and my baby girl just turned 1 year old this past year, 2016. So moving on from April, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about the sound of paper in the background of my video, as it clearly demonstrates that I need to read my own writing and script. So yeah, around May 2016, I put out a really crappy pyrocynical birthday video because his birthday is in May, and I was able to use some footage from it though. I liked some things about it, and I wished him a happy birthday. And
Bark.
I'm kind of happy I took it down because it's kind of awkward.
I didn't know today was a special day when I got up, but I felt like I should wear something nice. But I'm gonna tell you more about that in a minute. I didn't really know what I want this video to be because I didn't think I was going to be making a video today.
Because I found out he's like a kid, and I'm like basically wishing some random kid on the internet a happy birthday, which I guess there's nothing wrong with. I guess it's more weird for me to take it down, but it sucked. I took it down. But I used stuff out of it, and again, go check out Pyrocynical. He's pretty cool. His old stuff too, and I like that he brought back the old intro. I really like that. That sounds kind of like a generic 80s song when it's like slowed down, and it's he I guess a lot of content creators have, you know, fan art and stuff sent to them, and he has this one intro that I found him on, and I love that intro. You kind of I'm kind of addicted to that intro. So, and the music. In May 2016, I also put out an Earth Day video, and that also sucked, but I was able to use some clips from it. I made, it's not funny to anyone but me, but I made a funny, I don't know what to call it. it's not cool enough to reach that level of respect. It's just a stupid little squiggly thing I did over a picture. But I was making a really bad like Rosemary Illuminati joke, and I don't know, I just did this little pyramid all-seeing eye thing. I just wrote yes, and after I kind of stepped back and looked at it, and I was like, yes, that is actually really cool. And from that stemmed a couple things, a couple pictures and some things I could use later that I liked. So, you know, everything was not a total, you know, when I was doing these experiments, these projects, if I didn't like how it looked up on my channel, I take it down and I hack it up, and I could use stuff from it in later videos. I also did a Mother's Day video. Hopefully I can add some footage in from that to this. And you got to hear some things about me and
So
my
on my
mom.
mother's side of the family is where my Irish. So my grandmother's, but I guess that's a while back. Am I even still considered Irish? I've been thinking my whole fucking life I'm Irish. No, I am, because my dad is too. So my grandmother, I guess, the first Arlene. I was named after my grandmother. I guess I can add this information to Mother's Day. That's appropriate. So on my mother's side, my mother's mother, her parents, my great-grandparents. Was it their parents that came over here on the boat from Ireland? Holy shit.
I guess I should call my mom and wish her a happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, wow, that's surprising. Same to you.
Which one of us, which ones came off the boat from Ireland? Like, my great-grandparents?
Your grandmother's great-grandfather.
Both my parents are veterans. Both my parents served in the Navy, and me and my mother talked a little bit about our our background, our nationality, and I asked her some questions. And also, I would like to state my moms got married this year. I would like to congratulate them, even though they absolutely don't want any sort of publicity on that. That's just too bad, just too freaking bad. So they got married this year. Congratulations. I think that's absolutely wonderful. I learned about Massachusetts was the first to legalize gay marriage, and I actually remember that when I was sitting at the lunch table. I remember it was announced. But I had to actually like go back and find out, because I couldn't remember what year was it, and now I've already forgotten. I didn't write down. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Massachusetts, the state that I was born in, was the first to legalize gay marriage, and I have two moms, and it's pretty cool. They're married. They've been together. Joanne, my second mom, was there when I was born, and they've been together like my whole life, like so over 30 years, which is like pretty cool. So congratulate them, you know, because I'm such a bigot. That was like the most retarded thing that happened to me this year. Yes, I'm definitely a bigot against people who touch animals. But anyway, moving on from sarcastic comments about how retarded people are and their prejudice. Oh my god, I just wanna keep talking about it, but I'm gonna have to make a separate video on a different different channel of mine, because I don't really want to.
What's this poisonous cobra doing in my underwear drawer?
Testing, because I've done this a million times and I'm really sick of it.
A vase. False.
Anyway, the whole point was to end off on my mother's got married. I'm gonna have to make that other video where I'm like, really? Did I really just get called a bigot for, like, well, I guess in some way it is discrimination. I am being prejudiced against people who touch animals. I guess it counts very loosely if you really want to apply any kind of discrimination definition on my opinion, but you know, whatever. It's my opinion. So I'll make a separate video on that guy, and I will add that to a different channel. And if you know where my other channels are, you can check it out there. So we covered May, Earth Day, and my Mother's Day video that I did. Congratulations, my 2 moms for getting married. Anybody out there that has any gay family members or gay friends, you know, show some support to them. And yay, Massachusetts for being the first to legalize. Covered that. Now June was Father's Day. I was not able to get out a Father's Day video, which very much annoys me because my dad is awesome. My dad's an identical twin, and actually both their birthdays are in summer as well. And I have a lot to say about my dad, but that's gonna have to come this upcoming year. We're gonna have to make some videos, family videos, where we talk about, like, my father's also a conspiracy theorist as a kind of side hobby. He he doesn't have the time to do YouTube videos, but he taught me a lot, and I actually taught him a lot. You know, we had different interests. He's aside from conspiracy theories, he's actually very much into sci-fi. And aside from that, because they're separate in my mind, science fiction, conspiracy theory, I know they're close in some way or another, but aliens, my father's very much into ancient history and alternative historical perspectives, human origin stories. My father very much loves human origin stories. So I really wished I had gotten out a Father's Day video in June about the fact that my dads are twins. I'm O negative, and a lot of my friends kind of make fun of me because I, in a way, kind of revere that, and my ego kind of gets a little out of check. And you know, there's a lot of shadow self that kind of surfaces that really has nothing to do with anything that matters, because I mean, ultimately, who cares about your blood type? But I personally very much I enjoy reading about blood types, and aside from blood type facts, I enjoy reading about blood type conspiracies, the Rh negative conspiracies tied around the NAaaa. And my father, I actually discovered the NAaaa blood type conspiracies, and my father was very happy that I showed that to him, because he had been reading quite a bit about what do they call that now? The ancient astronaut theory. We were really excited when Ancient Aliens came out, but it was not what we expected. It was kind of I'll make a separate video on that, but I have a lot to talk about when it comes to the ancient astronaut theory. I'm so glad I know what to call that now, because there's I can just go on, oh, it's a human origin story, and you know, Genesis, it's the original Genesis, you know, Sumerian creation tablets, what all the other stories mirrored. Anyway, so aside from Inky and Enlil tales, Sumer, since we just got done talking about Sumer, we can move into summer. So summer, I had a somewhat successful garden. Thank you to some good friends of mine that dropped off some tomato plants. And my first tomato plants, my first garden in my first, oh, it's not my first apartment, but it's my first townhouse apartment that has an upstairs and a downstairs, and my first apartment that has a little garden area. I'm very happy to have and have had the ability to see how that would turn out. It wasn't, I was trimming them like way too much in the beginning, and I kind of just realized you just have to let them, just let them do their thing, and very minimally trim the wilty parts. I pretty much like almost killed them in the beginning of the year. I was trying to wrap them around like my railing, and I thought that would be super cool to have a bunch of like tomato vines around my railing. That didn't work out. And I kind of brought them back a little bit, and I stopped trimming them as much, and I let them grow. And after a few rains, and during that season, by August, they were just absolutely beautiful. I think I actually received these tomato plants at the end of spring, but thank you to my friends that, and I had a few videos on it, but I can't find the footage. I definitely really messed up. Oh yeah, I had a hard drive die this year that I was going to use for YouTube videos. So I had some tomato plant videos and promptly lost the footage, didn't back it up, but I have quite a few things backed up now. So, and you think I would have learned my lesson several years ago. Always have a couple external hard drives, not just one, and not just a few USB thumb drives. I mean, it's a great place to start, but eventually you are going to need yourself an external hard drive when you just realize how much absolute junk you've been recording. But then, you know, there'll be good stuff too. So, summer, I got out a turtle video that was pretty cool. I managed to just have a lot of footage of turtles, and I had a shout out to Nature's Way by Christy. And in this video, I also did a shout out, so another secondary shout out, and I'll drop the links below that. So she was able to contribute some turtle content for me too. So I was like, you know, might as well make a turtle video. That's what, you know, normal people do, and just they look through all their stuff and they realize I got a lot of pictures of turtles and footage of turtles. Let's make a turtle video. Yay! I'm completely retarded.
So today, I found a turtle.
Aside from being special, summer. What else did we do in summer? I made a couple videos about my mental health, and I was kind of branching into wanting to do mental health vlogs and talking. I was going to say mental illness, but it isn't mental illness vlogs. It doesn't sound very nice. So I took those down because they were out of place in my channel. They were sort of out of place. I didn't really flow into it, and I'm going to this year be talking more about how I grew up and my history and what it was like to grow up in mental hospitals and these special lockdown schools for all of us retards that just think it's totally cool to freak out during our teenage life. You know, I also say it comes to my attention suddenly, you know, not this whole time, but just now, just in this moment, it comes to my attention. I say a lot of offensive things. So if you have a problem with that, you probably shouldn't listen to my stuff. I'm gonna try to work on that, so I want to apologize for that too. Or do I? No, I don't. Anyway, aside from my ego getting out of check, turtle videos, yeah. And I'm gonna be moving into talking about I said I was gonna stick to these points, and I'm not doing that.
There's freaking aspartame in the orange dry!
I'm kind of just trailing off again. So, I had, last year, 2015, I had a lot of carnival dreams. It was very creepy. This theme of carnival kept coming back up in my dreams. It seemed to be a series. I tend to have like series dreams. I'm not sure if anybody else has this, where you have a series that you can of dreams that you come back to, and the dream continues like the next time you go to sleep. It's really strange. But I have like series dreams, and my dreams started to turn into this very carnival-like theme. And recently this year, I had started to see how that was playing out and coming and manifesting into real life. And a lot of eerie things kept popping up right and left, and I kept noticing it. But again, that can be brought down to if you're looking for it. But a best friend of mine, she's awesome. So I'm gonna do a shout out to her. We went to the carnival together. We had a good time. Later in the year, I'll be moving into fall soon. We'll be talking about some more shout outs to her. But for Instagram, VapeBatgirl, if you could go check her out and follow her, like her stuff. She posts some really beautiful pictures. So good and best friend of mine. Pick which word you want, Arlie. So she's awesome. She showed me quite a few things. We went to not there yet. Shut up. I'm not there yet. So check out VapeBatgirl. What is my problem? Anyway, so a shout out to her during that summer. We had some good times. And in fall and autumn, my birthday, October 9th, I did some lame TF2 videos, but please check out my Instagram, Narleeverse. I did some really beautiful New England autumn photos, a lot of tree pictures, really beautiful, a lot of my favorite colors where the trees almost look like they're lit up from the back, almost like they're on fire. A lot of them are yellow and red, and it's really beautiful orange, and I love all the colors of fall and autumn. As you know, being October born, naturally that's my favorite time. I wait for it every year. Ironically enough, towards the end of the summer, I had told myself, you know, I'm really going to move away from doing certain projects, and right around that time I realized, shit, I can't stop now because autumn is right around the corner, and that was really stressful, a lot of anxiety for me because I really needed to focus on some other things. And I realized that I was going to miss a huge opportunity, so was able to take the family out for a lot of autumn drives to see the trees. I got a lot of very good photos, so please check out those pictures. Around later in the year, was it late summer, around fall, just recently, I discovered H3 HD Productions. They've been, again, another YouTuber that's been around for a while. Also this year, I discovered iDubbbz. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt H3 HD Productions to talk about iDubbbz. I didn't write iDubbbz on here. I want to talk about the sheer depression that I have sometimes. My pit of my stomach just feels like I feel like I'm sinking, and I feel really sad, you know, about the fact that I will never meet iDubbbz. And it's really ridiculous because you kind of go, you know, when you watch YouTube videos, you get some enjoyment, and you're like, oh, hey, that's cool, and a lot of people get inspiration, so people just get a laugh and they move on with their day. But it's really great when you see these people who actually make some really quality content. What I call quality content, I'm really sure people just don't appreciate, because there is a lot of offensive humor in it. What I consider quality content, a lot of people don't appreciate. But I love iDubbbz. And you know that feeling that people get when they become obsessed with like a celebrity and they get like really depressed, like they're never going to meet this person? Yeah, I've never really had that. Maybe when I was like 14 years old, like a boy band or something. But I'm 30 years old, and for the first time in years, I'm having some serious depression over a person I'm never going to meet in my life. This person is Ian iDubbbz. Can I just please hug Ian iDubbbz? Can I just meet Ian iDubbbz? Can I just meet iDubbbz once in my life? Die happy.
Start of something beautiful. So, originally I wanted to make a couple conspiracy videos today. I don't know if I'll still upload those. We'll see if we have time to upload a couple other videos. I had a couple thoughts rolling around my head. Some ideas I wanted to share with you guys. But that's not what this video is about. Because I had a different thought, and distraction is part of all of our lives. So, this tag on YouTube is probably way old, but I think it's like 25 things or 50 things in my bedroom, in my room, living room, or whatever. We're going to do living room. So, 50 things in my room tag, 25 things, whatever. You know what? I'm just going to roll with it, no matter how retarded I begin to sound. So, I found this, actually, while I was looking through stuff. I made this a while ago. This space dog creature. At the time, I had a lot of feelings influencing my art, and going through some emotional things in my life. But so this is the start of, well, this is my favorite one, Pokemon Crystal. So if you guys are currently getting some Game Boy games,
Now we're going to move past that cringy series of statements. So fall and autumn was really great. These are all really cool content creators that I've mentioned. Check them out, you know. And I did quite a lot of content in fall. I'm really happy about it. There's a lot I didn't get up there. I wanted to do more cemetery stuff. It didn't happen. I got the footage though, so maybe we can make something of it for next year. For my Halloween video, I got some pretty cool footage for Haven. Haven is it's an alternative nightclub that I have not been to in a few years. I was able to go to Haven a couple times in the last 10 years, and that was pretty cool, but I'm happy I made it for this Halloween. Something or other. But I managed to go to their Halloween event, and I got some good footage. I made a video for that during this autumn. And so a shout out to Haven. Their website is thehavenclub.com, and they have a nightclub. They were previously in Northampton, but now they're in Florence. Yes, that's where we went. So shout out to Haven Body Arts and Penelope. You can find Haven Body. Speak, Arlie. Speak, girl. Haven Body Arts at Northampton, Massachusetts. 108 Main Street. So yeah, we're nearing the end of the year here, and this video definitely turned out to be a half hour. Cool. I'm gonna be editing this for a while. Tarragon, as if that's somehow relevant. So let's see how bad I look on cam after. This is a stick. I went to the woods and I fetched a stick and I painted it and I carved some things on it because I'm fancy. Hello, yes, this is Dog. I have sticks and sticks accessories. I sell sticks and stick accessories.
I love October. October is my favorite month. It's my month. 9 days of Arlie. My birthday is October 9th. So this
Was it November we went to Spider Gates? Me and VapeBatgirl. So cemetery vlogs. We did a lot of cemetery pictures. Go to my Instagram, and it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Why do I keep saying You know, I think I'm done talking. So this was my YouTube rewind video. I guess I didn't ultimately actually get that much done this year. This is kind of pathetic. I got a lot of traveling done. I got a lot of content. Oh, excuse me. I'm yawning in a video. That's unattractive. Not that any point of this is to be attractive. So that's what I did this year for YouTube wise. And yeah, now there's this. So thank you for listening. If you actually sit through my stuff, not sure why, but thank you very much. I appreciate it.